Surprisingly delicious and definitely healthy. I know what you're thinking because I thought it too when I heard about asparagus tart, but it's a must try. So initially when my wife said, hey, we're gonna make an asparagus tart for breakfast, my initial response was, wasn't sure what I was gonna expect, but guess what? It was worth it. So it's actually pretty simple and quick to make, just like any other tart really. Start by combining all the homemade Crust ingredients and a stand-up mixer for about 10 minutes. So that's your flour, your butter, your salt, eggs, and water. So when the dough is ready, go ahead and roll the dough on a flat surface. Now, depending on the surface, you may need to add a little bit of flour. Just sprinkle a little bit of flour, not a lot, just to keep it from sticking if it is. But if it's not, you may not need it. As you can see, we're not using flour here because it was working for us. But go ahead and roll the dough and then take that dough and mold it around a metal tart pan. Now remember the blind baking procedure that we use for a delicious chocolate tart? Well, we are gonna do the same thing here. And what that is that first, once you've formed the dough into the pan, go ahead and add a parchment paper and then add weights. Again, the weight is to keep air bubble from forming and for the tart, for the dough to cook and remain shaped properly. Bake at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. And once that process is done, remove the weights and use a fork and punch hole into the dough and bake for another 5 minutes. Using a different bowl, let's go ahead and mix all the filling ingredients. And those are the eggs, the heavy cream, the kosher salt, ground black pepper, nutmeg. Whisk all those together and then set it aside. For the asparagus, we are going to remove the woody area by trimming it off. Now, slicing it in half is not necessary. That's optional if you want to do that. We did it because we noticed that it makes it a little easier to cut when you're eating your tart. In our recipe, we added roast beef. You can get that from any deli at the supermarket. Felt like the roast beef pairs well with the asparagus and the tart. So now we are going to blanch the tart. And what that is that you're gonna add the asparagus for 45 seconds in extremely hot water. Remove them very quickly and then put them in an ice bath. And what that does is that vibrant green color, it's going to enhance it. So you're gonna have a beautiful end product when you are serving your tart. Now go ahead and arrange your asparagus evenly, as well as your roast beef, and bake for about 25 minutes. And make sure to let it rest for about 5 minutes before serving it. And then voila, doesn't this look delicious? And believe me when I tell you, it is. Alright folks, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment, especially if you've made it. We want to know how you enjoyed it. Don't forget to ring the bell and stay tuned for our next videos. And of course, as always, check out our website at savorythoughts.com for step-by-step instructions. See you in the next one.